Welcome all. In this video, I'll cover Kinesis integration with AWS Lambda. This is the third video in my series of Kinesis tutorials. Do check the earlier two videos where I have covered the basics of Kinesis and sending data to Kinesis data streams. We have already covered the first part here, sending data from Kinesis producer to Kinesis data streams. And in this video, we'll create a Lambda function that will be triggered when we'll send data to Kinesis data streams. Even if you don't know about AWS Lambda, I'm sure that after watching this video, you will have enough knowledge on writing AWS Lambda with Java. Let's go to Amazon Web Console and create a Lambda function. I'll search for Lambda. I don't have any AWS Lambda function as of now, so I'll click on Create Function. I'll author from scratch. If you select use a blueprint, you won't find any AWS Lambda written in Java. So we'll author from scratch. I'll name my function as orders Lambda. My runtime would be Java 8. In permission section, I'll just select that create a new role with basic Lambda permission and I'll click on create function. Now my Lambda function is created. If you go below, you can see that code editor does not support the Java 8 runtime. That means we have to write our Java code, create a zip file or a jar file and upload that from action. Then in the basic settings, you can see timeout of our Lambda is 15 second. Memory is 512 MB. I think we are good to go with this. If you go above, you'll see add trigger. So our trigger point would be Kinesis data stream. So I'll click on that and if you see below, you'll see many of the AWS services. That means Lambda can be integrated with all these services. For now, I'll select Kinesis. In the stream section, you can see I have order stream. I'll open Kinesis to show you that. So if we have covered my previous video, you'll remember that I created one data stream, order stream. I'll select my order stream here. I don't have any consumer. Batch size, I'll select 100 by default. I'll keep other settings as it is and click add. I might get error. Yeah, I was expecting that. So our Lambda role that we created in the previous screen does not have access to Kinesis. So we have to go to IAM and provide full access to Kinesis. Actually, you don't need to provide full access. You can ensure that the role can perform get records, get shard iterated, describe stream, and list stream action. So this is the requirement for now. I'll select roles. In my roles, I have orders lambda role, which is created by default, and you can click on attach policies. So here, just search for Kinesis. So you can select Kinesis full access for now and click on attach policy. Yeah, we are good to go now. And if I click on add, I should not see any error. Yeah, this is created. We don't have any destination for now. We just want to see what records we are getting from Lambda. So what we can do is just click on orders Lambda. You will see that we have to add the Java 8 runtime. So let's go to IntelliJ to code for our Lambda. So I've already created one application, a basic Maven application. I just used Maven Quick Start. For Lambda, we need two dependencies. So the first one is AWS Lambda Java Core. I've already opened Maven repository. So I'll search for AWS Lambda Java Core. I'll select the latest version and add that into my dependencies. The next one is AWS Lambda Java Events. So this dependency is required if you are creating a event handler. I'll explain you in some time. So these two dependencies are done, and what I'll do is I'll just go and I'll run mvn clean install so that I should have all the dependent classes. So let's create a new class which is orders lambda. The lambda runtime will always look for a public handle request method. So you just have to create a public handle request method because we want our lambda to be triggered when we add data in our kinesis. So in handle request, the first parameter that you should add is kinesis event. Similar to kinesis event, we have other services also like IoT button event, DynamoDB event, Cognito event, S3 event. Similar to Kinesis, if you are writing a lambda for S3 put object or update object, then you should use S3 event here instead of Kinesis event. So the next thing is context. When lambda runs our function, so it passes a context object to our handler. This object provides various properties for your lambda function, such as our function name, our function version, memory limit of our lambda, max runtime of our lambda, how much time is remaining. So this is very useful. So if you try to look for properties, you can see we have different getter methods such as client context, function name, logger, or memory limit in MBs, remaining time in millis. Yeah, so this is very helpful. So I'll skip this for now, and what we'll do is we'll just print our records that we are writing into the kinesis. We'll just call event dot get records. So this returns as the list of all the records. Better way is to write a for loop. Call sysout record dot get kinesis dot get data. If you remember, so the data inside Kinesis is of byte buffer. We have to decode that. So I'll have data in toString now, and I can just pass that to my sysout. I'm returning a string value, so it's always advisable to return a success message or something like, let's say, 200, or you can return success. Lambda code is done. What we need to do is we need to create a jar file now that will have these two dependencies, and we just need to upload the jars. I added a Maven assembly plugin so that all the dependencies should be pushed to my jar file. And after this, what I'll do is I'll call ambient clean install. So this will create jar file that should contain all the dependencies. Okay, I'll go to my target folder. You can see I have orders lambda with dependencies. You can see the size is 743 KB. That means dependencies should be copied there. So if you want to double check, you can open the jar file. You can see all the classes inside my jar file. Let's move to our lambda function. Inside our function code, I'll click on actions and upload a zip or jar file. I'll select my jar file with dependencies and click on save. So everything is done now. Only thing pending as of now is pushing data to order stream. I will call my Java program to push data to order stream. This program I created in my previous video. You can check that out. So I'll keep order count as 2 in a single batch. I'll run this now. You can see data is being sent after every 5 seconds. This should trigger our Lambda function. So let's go to monitoring. You can click on view logs in CloudWatch, where all the logs regarding our Lambda function will be printed. These are the latest logs. I'll click on them. We are getting exception. Class not found. Hello. Okay. So one basic thing that we missed here is, let me stop my producer. In our Lambda function configuration, we have to give the handler information. I'll edit this. In my handler info, I'll give the complete path of my Lambda, which is com.vadara, then my class name, orders Lambda, and then our method name, which is handle request. Handle request is fine. Now our configuration is perfect. I'll click on save. I'll clear these logs, this log group, to avoid any confusion. So I'll trigger my producer again. Data is being sent. Then I'll go to my Lambda. In my CloudWatch, I'll refresh to see if there are any logs. Yeah, let's click on this log stream. Yeah, you can see that our data is being printed here. So we are sending this data to our Kinesis data stream, and now in our Lambda, we are printing all the data which is being sent to Kinesis. This is it from the Lambda integration. I'll upload this code to my GitHub repo, so you can check that. So this is just 4 lines code which you need to create. In my next video, I'll be storing this data which we are getting in Lambda to DynamoDB. So stay tuned for my next video. Bye.